Welcome back to What's Up, Cuz. How do your boys feel about their sister having a boyfriend?
But I would be doing the same thing.
You don't get along with me, there's a problem.
Your family's opinion matters. Buddy had unexpected foot surgery.
If you like the guy, go talk to him.
That's probably the advice I would have gave too, I have to say. No, not at all. I raised her well,
Yeah.
Erica.
You made a good call.
That's how I would approach it.
She gets the days, I get the night.
Before she goes, I want to answer this first.
Hey everybody, welcome back to What's Up, Cuz. I am your co-host, Erica Spera.
And I'm Lisa Valastro.
And we have another great episode for you guys this week because...
We have a special guest here today. It's my best friend, Marlene Scrivo.
Woo-hoo.
Yay!
Hi, everybody.
Wow. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Yes, I'm so excited that you're here.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah? Not at all nervous. We're good?
Oh, not at all.
But I'm curious, how did you guys meet, become friends?
Marlene and I, we met going on 20 years. No,
Yeah.
like almost 20
20
years
years.
now. So, truth be told, Marlene's kids and my kids are basically the same age, with the exception that Haley's a little bit older.
Right.
So Marlene has 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Haley,
Right.
who's 21.
22.
Oh, 22.
Mhm.
Go ahead, you introduce
Robert
your kids.
just turned 20
Mhm.
and Amelia's 17.
Yes. And so I have Sophia, who's the same age as Robert.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have my son, Buddy, who's the same age as Amelia.
Mhm.
And then I have younger 2, and Marlene has the older 1. But we met when our kids, Sophia and Robert, started preschool
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
many
At the
moons
co-op
ago
together.
at the co-op.
Mhm.
They were 2 years old.
Yeah.
And we've
And
been,
we've stayed friends ever since.
yes.
And
This was way
so have they,
before, way
which is
before
great.
Cake Boss, too.
Oh, way before.
Way
Yeah.
before Cake
Yeah,
Boss.
it's
Yeah.
like everyone's real
Yeah.
young.
Yeah, and it's funny because Sophia and Robert started in preschool, and then they moved on to grammar school together. Then middle school together. Then in high school, they were together almost all of high school except for freshman
Right.
year.
And then Robert left where he was
Mhm.
and went to go be where Sophia was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
Alright.
now they are in college together. Can
Well,
you
he goes to
imagine?
Delaware
best.
too?
Yes, he does.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
much
it's great.
fun. They're like brother and sister. They
Mhm.
watch out for each other.
Yeah.
It's cute. It's really, really cute.
And my older daughter was at Delaware also.
Yes.
So
Oh,
she had a
okay.
big part, I
Mhm.
think, in convincing Robert and Sophia
Yes.
that that's where they belonged.
100%. Yeah.
And I'm hoping that Buddy and Amelia go there too,
Mhm.
but
I
we'll see
mean-
what happens.
We're hoping. We'll find out in a couple months. But
Right.
how crazy would that be if our kids
It would be so great.
ended up at UDEL together?
So
the
great.
second batch.
It's like family vacations all over again, just
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
at college frat house.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But you
it's-
know what? I think is a safe, like it's like a comfort thing for us too, knowing that our kids are together. They're
Mhm.
watching out for each other. I'm telling you, Erica, they're literally like brother and sister.
They
yeah,
are.
I believe it.
Yeah.
They are. They really are. They're close.
Yeah.
They look out for each other. They bicker with each other, fight with each other.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just the same type of relationship.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's always clutch. Like, I come from a family of 3 kids. And then there was a family in the neighborhood that had the 3 kids all around the same age. And it's just the perfect, like, meshing to find that other family that you can just hang out with.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
everyone has someone to play with. That's always what
Definitely.
it is.
Yeah.
No one's
That
left
Robert
out.
comes over here and gets lost in this house. And it doesn't matter who he's with for the day.
Yeah.
So he'll start with Sophia.
Uh-huh.
He winds up with Buddy. Then he'll go hang with Marco. Winds up playing games with Carlo. I
Yeah.
mean, literally, he, comes over and I don't see him for a day or 2.
Yeah.
It's so funny because when it was my son Buddy's prom back in June, Robert came over and Sophia's like, "Oh, I didn't even know you were coming." He's like, "Yeah, I spoke to your brother."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's
Yeah.
all getting
It's
along.
great.
They all have a great relationship together, no matter who it is and what age they are. They
Yeah.
get along great.
They do.
That's always nice.
Yeah, and Marlene and I could go weeks without talking to each other, but it's like when we do, it's like we never not did talk
Mm-hmm.
because she's got a crazy schedule. I have a crazy schedule. I always say she's like the best mom. She does everything with the kids,
Thank you.
everything.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I feel the same way. I feel the same way about Lisa.
Mhm.
I mean, and I was afraid when she moved. I'm like, oh my God, we're not going to see each other as
Mhm.
much. And because we'd see each other at pickup and things like
Yeah.
that. And if
Yeah.
I couldn't pick up, she'd pick up my kids and vice versa. But now, I mean, we've made it a point and we're
Yeah.
still, we keep in touch. We're always together. We get together, we
Mhm.
grab coffee, dinner, whatever we can.
True friends.
But absolutely.
To me, that's
absolutely.
true, friends, is
Yeah.
you
No, it's
cannot
true.
see each other. And first of all, understand. Because
Mhm.
some people get all like they keep a tally. they'll be like, you know,
Yeah, no.
I haven't heard from you in 2 months. You're like, I've been busy. I don't know what to tell you. You're hearing from me now. Like,
Yeah.
you
No,
know?
there's no tallies here.
No, never.
Definitely not.
Yeah, there's
And we
nothing.
love being together. When we
Yeah.
are together, we appreciate it. It's
Exactly.
great. And
Mhm.
when we can't be, we know that, you know, we're busy.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. But I guess before we get to the emails, do we have any updates this week? What's going on? What's new?
So yeah, actually, believe it or not, Buddy and I went to UDEL this week. You know how he does the cake decorating class?
Yes.
He did him last year. Well, he did one this year also, and we got to hang out with Robert and take him out to dinner with us. And you know, we spent the day at UDEL, and Buddy did his thing in the business hospitality class,
Okay.
and it was exciting.
I was gonna say, do they have like culinary type classes there?
They do. So
Oh, they do. I didn't know that.
yeah, Sophia is in the business hospitality program. Robert's in the business, right?
Yeah, marketing.
Yeah, marketing. So similar but different. I think they do have a couple classes in the same
They do.
area.
They overlap. Yeah.
But yeah, everyone's excited. Everyone was excited to see Buddy. You know, they make a big announcement. Actually, a couple of our cake vending machines are going to be stationed on campus
Are
this
they
spring.
really?
How about that?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's great.
And I think the business school is going to run the business end of it, from what I
Really?
understood.
Okay.
we got to
So-
get Robert on marketing.
Yeah.
You know, he loves that stuff.
I know.
Huh.
There you go. I think that I think that's a great idea for the kids to be involved in it and run it like it was a campus business, basically. But they have to, they have to do it.
That's great.
So yeah, so that's what we did this week. So we
Yeah.
got to spend some time with Robert and Sophia.
Oh, that's fun. All right. Well, we have some emails today we can get to. Guys, again, if you want to send us an email, it's whatsupcuzpod@gmail.com. That's whatsupcuzpod@gmail.com. All right. So this first email here is called Movie Night Sleepover. Dear Cuz, I have a 5-year-old son and am newly married. My new wife is not the mother of my child. Since my son was about 3, we have always done something called Movie Night Sleepover. We watch a movie together, eat popcorn, and have a camp out sleepover in my room. We do this one night every other week. We continued the tradition, and now he's 5 years old. My son gets very excited every time Movie Night Sleepover rolls around, as do I. We talk about what movie we're going to watch that night as I walk him to school, and it becomes something we both look forward to all day. I see no issue with it, but my wife seems to be under the impression that it isn't normal/healthy thing to do. I am having a very difficult time understanding her view on the subject and starting to become frustrated that she constantly has a negative attitude whenever it comes to Movie Night Sleepover. What used to be one of my favorite things to do to bond with my son has now become a very sore spot in my marriage and is becoming very frustrating. What are your opinions on the subject? Am I in the wrong thinking that it's completely normal for a father and son to do? Any opinions are appreciated. Thanks.
Wow, I could say a lot to this one, but Marlene, you want to take this one first?
I think it's very normal. I mean, I love spending time with my kids. And if they want to sit, I don't care if they're 2 or they're 22. If they want to be in bed with me and make some popcorn and watch a movie, I
Mhm.
absolutely love it. I think
Yeah.
it's great. I think it's great bonding time, and I wouldn't give it up.
I'm dissecting the question here.
Mm-hmm.
So my opinion on this is, let's rewind. When you're in a relationship and you meet someone that has a child from a previous marriage, you have to accept whatever comes with it. So I feel that this movie night that this father and child have together is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the new wife should accept it and accept the fact that she married someone that already had a child. And if this was their thing to do, I think she should be embracing it and know that, wow, if I have children with him, look how good he is with kids, and look at the bond they have. And she has to realize that as this child grows up, this is something that he will never forget for the rest of his life.
Right.
And if I was in her position, I would take that one night every 2 weeks and do something for myself while he has his time with his son.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep in another bed and watch whatever you want to watch for one night.
Yeah.
And let him have his moment with his child. I think it's beautiful. It's amazing. I don't think he should change nothing of it. And if she cannot accept it, then she cannot accept it. He still should stick to his guns and do what he does. Because again, in the big picture of things, it's once every 2 weeks. come on.
Yeah. And also being 5, I'm like, how much longer is
Yeah.
the kid going to be into this essentially and excited to just hang out with his dad in that way?
Absolutely.
I agree.
So I think he should stick to his guns, keep having his movie night with his child, and shame if the wife can't accept that. And again, if she tortures him every time movie night comes along, shame on her. She should be embracing it and be happy for the relationship that he has with his son or child. I'm not sure if it was a boy or a girl.
He said son.
Son.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think,
Yeah.
Marlene?
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. I think any time that you can spend and for them to have this and for the, the son to look forward to it
Mhm.
and for the dad to look forward to it, that's special.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Especially
And it's a
the-
tradition and
yeah.
it's something that could continue for years as long as, the son is willing to do that. I think it's great.
especially
think it's
this day and age. I feel like I see it younger and younger in kids that they're like separating from their parents. Like it used to, when growing up, it used to be maybe like in your late teens, 19, 20.
Yeah.
Then as I got older, I'm seeing like, 14, 15. Now, my youngest is 12 and I'm like, where are you going? He's like, I'm in my room. How much longer is it going to be that our kids are going to start separating from us at an even younger age?
Mhm.
That's why if this is what their thing is to do, embrace it.
As soon as they get that cell phone. But that's
Yeah.
a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Right?
so true.
Yeah.
So
then all
true.
they're doing is looking down. They don't
Mhm.
want to watch TV. So, hey, I agree with you.
Mhm.
Do it for as long as you can. And even once they do, make it that special time.
Mhm.
Make it that this is our time. This is
Mhm.
when we're going to spend this time together. And like you said, it's once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm like, is the part she doesn't like, does he sleep over and sleep in the bed? Like, I don't understand the part that she thinks is the weird part and unhealthy.
But even if he does sleep in the
I
bed,
know.
it's your child.
it's his right.
Right. But I was like, that's the only thing I could be like, okay, I guess I kind of get if you're like, hey, he should then go sleep in his own bed. But I'm like, he's still so young. Like, what? Who cares? Or
Yeah.
I'm like, or is he trying to say like, oh, you and my son sleep in this bed? I'm like, that's a different story, but it doesn't sound like it.
No, it doesn't sound like that.
Yeah.
But I think she should just be embracing the situation. Listen, back in the day when my husband used to travel a lot more for Cake Boss, I used to tell my kids, come sleep in mommy's bed.
Yeah.
I don't want to sleep by myself.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a big deal.
Mhm.
Yep. I
My-
agree.
My dad would do that with me when my mom was
Yeah.
sad because he hates being alone.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's like,
it's
yeah,
your
you know.
child. Who doesn't
Yeah.
want to cuddle?
I know.
Right. Especially it's his kid.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's the part that I couldn't understand. I was like, it's not someone else's kid
Maybe
coming
she's
over.
just a little jealous, which
Yeah.
really.
Again, you married somebody with a child.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Yeah.
should look at that. I agree with you in the
Yeah.
way of, wow, look at the special relationship he has. Look how he makes this time and effort.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would be taking full advantage of I get another TV to myself.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Like, I would be more than happy to be like, Mom's all right. I'll go watch
That's
my show,
exactly what I was
and have
thinking,
my own
yeah.
snacks,
Exactly.
or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah,
No, keep doing your thing.
keep doing
Yeah,
it. You're
I
doing
agree.
all right. Anyway, guys, again, if you want to send us an email, it's whatsupcuzpod@gmail.com. That's whatsupcuzpod@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. The next question here, paying for dates. Dear Lisa and Erica, I'm 24. I'm a woman who's 24, talking to this guy who's 26, and things have been going really well with us. I think we're growing closer and closer each time we talk and hang out, but there's just one thing. Whenever we go on dates, I end up spending more money. For example, if we go to a show, I'll purchase the tickets, which are really expensive, and then he'll get the snacks. He said, so a difference is that's like I paid $50 and he'll pay $15. Or if there's a concert, I'd get the tickets again and he'll get the drinks and snacks, which is a lot less in comparison. I've just always been the type to pay for my own things, and I feel bad if someone else were to pay for me, which is why I make the offer to pay for things. But I wish he'd just be like, oh, let me get it this time since you got it last time. If I don't offer, our plan just doesn't happen. He will never offer to pay for something unless it's cheap, and if he does, it's very, very rare. Ideally, I just like to split everything in half to make it fair, but I also think it's awkward to say, hey, let's split this. You can pay me back the half. What do you guys suggest I do? Thanks.
There's so much I want to say,
A lot here. Okay.
but I have to think about how I'm going to respond to this.
Well, this is a more modern dilemma.
It is.
Especially, I'm
Mhm.
still single. I date, my friends date. And it is something that women work all my friends will be like, yeah, I feel like I'm taking advantage if I'm never paying for anything. So all the women I know always like to offer, at least offer. But typically those first couple dates, the man's paying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little more old school when it comes to it. And I agree with you. If you're going out a lot, it's nice every now and then for the woman to say, hey, you know, I'll buy the snacks today.
Mhm.
Or I will, you know, do something special or have them over and make them dinner or something like that. But I'm kind of stuck on this one. I think I'm old school. I think
Yeah, I'm going to respond in two different ways for this one. I'm going to respond the old school way and then the modern way.
Okay.
So old school me is going to respond that if you're just starting off dating someone, the way I was raised is the man picks up the bill.
Mm-hmm.
And once the relationship gets, you know, more comfortable down the road, I still feel that the man should pick up the bill. But if the woman, you know, once in a while, like you said, Marlene, says, oh, I want to get this for you this time, you know.
right. Absolutely.
It's fine. But now I got to think the 2022 way where, you know, you have two people in their 20s that are working. And in this situation,
Mm-hmm.
again, I'm not answering the way I would be doing things or the way I'm raising my kids to do things because I'm raising my kids the old-fashioned way in this situation. But I'm trying to see it on a perspective of two 20-year-olds living on their own, you know, having to pay rent and you know,
Mm-hmm.
budgeting for their monthly expenses. Again, not the way I'm raising my kids, so let's not, you know, let's not think that this is the way I would be doing things. But I'm seeing it on their perspective. I think that if she paid for the more expensive tickets this time and he paid for the snacks, the next round of tickets that need to be bought, she can turn around to him and say, you know what, why don't you get the tickets this time and I'll get the snacks.
Yeah, just flip it.
Just
Right.
flip it. And if he has a problem with that, then that's a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's a red flag from now, that red flag gets even redder
Mm-hmm.
as the relationship matures, and even redder if you marry.
Yeah.
So I just look at red flags, and
Mhm.
that's how I would see it in the modern way.
Mm-hmm.
But again, my way and the way I'm raising my children is, and I got 3 boys and 1 daughter. The boys always pay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Well, I think the
And-
super modern way is whoever is asking and making the plan for the date is the one paying. So the interesting point she brought up is she was like, oh, if it's up to him to get tickets, he just won't get the tickets and we won't go. And I think that's just a more telling sign of like, it sounds like in general, he's just not that into it.
I think that's a red flag.
But you know what I mean? But I think that's the more telling
But
thing.
he goes when she's paying.
Exactly. But it's like
Exactly.
she's the one
So-
making the plan. It's like she's
Mhm.
asking him out, so she's paying. And that is kind of the very modern way. It's like, well, who asked who on the date? Is kind of where it stems back to. It's not like he said to her, let's go to this concert.
I think he's got an underlying agenda.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, it's easy if you just have to show up. If you're the one that's being
Exactly.
treated all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
But even him, like, doesn't he feel? And again, I'm thinking now the modern way.
Mhm.
You know, doesn't he? If he doesn't offer one time to do the tickets and she does the snacks, doesn't he feel a little bit like crap? I don't know.
You would think, but
I would feel just like I would feel like I'm taking advantage of
I was
him
just going to
then.
say that. Taking advantage
Exactly.
of.
yes.
That's exactly what it is, I
Yeah.
think. And I think that's why, too, like we're saying, I mean, it's okay
Mhm.
for her to say, you know what? I'd like to treat tonight. I'd like to pay for dinner. I'd like
Yeah.
to pay for the movie. I'd like to pay for whatever we do because so many times when we go out, you pay.
Exactly.
And that's totally fine.
Mhm.
I can totally see that. But I feel like she's being taken advantage of
Yeah.
in this
Mm.
situation.
Well, especially because there's never the offer to pay.
exactly.
Right.
And that's the thing of regardless of what you believe and who should pay for what. But like even the thing of being raised, like boys should pay for your date, men should pay for your date, treat you. I still was raised of like, but you should offer there's
Yeah.
this like, you should offer.
Of course.
And because you
agree
don't
with
want to
that.
seem like you're taking advantage of
Of
somebody.
course.
Absolutely.
And-
I agree with
Yes.
that too.
Right.
I do.
But
Yeah.
like,
Not
but
just being expected, you
No.
know, well,
Yeah.
you're taking me out, so you pay for my dinner.
that's what I'm
no,
saying.
I
Yeah.
agree with that.
And
I
all
do.
my guy friends, that's what they say. They're like, we just want the offer. They're like, we know
Exactly.
we're paying. We want to pay. We want to treat. They're like, but we notice when girls don't even offer.
And I could agree to that.
You know?
Yeah, I
because
could
it's,
too.
it's also a way of saying, what type of person is this?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that first date is what's gonna, show you what type of person you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
Right.
And I do agree with that. I think offering is always a good gesture,
Right.
but in my household, the boys pay.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's how I was raised too, especially early dating.
Mm-hmm.
When she said it just started, it's like, well, that's the pattern. That's
Right.
going to be the pattern
Yeah.
Right. forever.
Especially, my brother had this. He was dating someone and he was still in dental school and she was officially working. And so she made more money than he did. But they still were like splitting everything 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
But he said, he's like, occasionally he's like, she would like pick up dinner on the way home and treat me because she knew I was in school and I made a little less money.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like also in that mindset, though, you're also thinking like long term. You're kind of like, in the long term, if we're to be together and everything's going to the same place, it's like, yeah, then I don't mind treating sometimes and same with the other person.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like, someone that's wary of picking up the main tab is always a little iffy to me.
And happening all the time.
Exactly. I think
Yeah.
that's what's jumping out here.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that would be a red flag for me. I think you should open your eyes a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest telling thing is just if you don't make the plans and buy the tickets and da-da-da-da-da, is this person even just going to make plans with you? Regardless of who's paying for what.
Exactly.
That's what would be telling to me. Would
It
be
would be.
like,
She should test them out.
I was going to just
You
say
know?
that. Yeah.
would just
Yeah.
be like, okay, is he going to just,
She should just wait and see.
Yeah.
Will
Do
he
anything?
call me? Will he ask me out? Will he make plans?
yeah, or will it just
if
be
I
like,
don't
come over?
initiate it.
Yeah. Because if he's this cheap in the beginning of the relationship, I hate to see it in the marriage.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and you're young. Plenty other people you can date. with this
Plenty
stuff.
fish in the sea.
Yeah, exactly. But thank you for emailing in. And again, guys, if you want to email us a question, it's whatsupcuspod@gmail.com. That's whatsupcuspod@gmail.com. And feel free to comment. Let us know your thoughts on the situation. But that is it for today.
Marlene, thank you so much for
Yeah.
coming on our
Thank
podcast.
you for having me. This was great.
Yeah, thank you.
Fun. Till next time, guys.
Till next time. Bye.
Bye.